So today I want to talk about something that comes up a lot this time of year. And honestly, it doesn't get talked about enough throughout the rest of the year. And that's the very real connection between depression and migraines. Now, if you've noticing that your mood is dipping more than usual, or the heaviness is sticking around longer, or the holidays make everything feel even harder, there's a reason for that. And it's not that you're doing anything wrong. When you're dealing with chronic inflammation, the kind that drives migraines, it interferes with your brain chemistry. Inflammation disrupts neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine and GABA and norepinephrine. These are the chemicals that help regulate mood, motivation, emotional steadiness, resilience, and your ability to actually feel joy. So when inflammation goes up, those neurotransmitters start misfiring. And when that happens, depression, irritability, anxiety, and overwhelm show up a whole lot easier. Then add pain on top of it. Suddenly the world feels heavier, energy disappears, and you're left wondering why you can't just snap out of it. You're not imagining it. Your brain chemistry is actually being pulled in different directions. And here's what tends to happen next. Doctors see the pain, right? And depression, and hand out medication for the pain and medication for the mood. And sometimes, yes, this can help temporarily. I am not dismissing that at all. But eventually, most women, the meds stop working, or they create fogginess, emotional numbness, and more inflammation. That's the part that nobody warns you about. Medication and toxins can quietly increase inflammation. And when inflammation increases, everything, including depression, can worsen. But let me make sure that you understand there's absolutely nothing wrong with using support while you're healing. Therapists, counselors, pastors, support groups, and yes, health coaches like me, these are the kind of band-aids that help you get through the hard part while your body is doing the deeper healing. We can help you come up with management ideas to use short term while we at the same time dig in to the root cause work. Because let's face it, band-aids are useful, right? If you cut your finger, of course, you're going to put a band-aid on. But you wouldn't put a fresh band-aid on every single day forever. Oh, I cut my finger when I was 9. That means I can, never live without a band-aid on that finger. That's what happens with symptom-based treatments. Daily band-aids with no healing underneath, right? All of this is happening, and then the holidays come and everything intensifies. The expectations, the pressure to be cheerful, the guilt that you're going to miss things, the fear of canceling plans, the fear of making plans because you don't want to cancel them and you don't want to disappoint or you don't want to waste the money. And then there's this deep sadness of feeling disconnected from your life. And this is where I'm going to share something personal. And honestly, it's not something I talk about much because it's still kind of embarrassing. It's not really a big deal, but then it was because I was newly married, hadn't really hosted before. And when I did, I always panicked that I was going to do something wrong. And this one year, I completely forgot to put the turkey in the oven for our holiday dinner. I was lying on the couch with a migraine, trying to get ready for company to come over. I'm thinking if I could just lie down for 15, 20 minutes, maybe the migraine will get down to a level 1. I can do everything. I'm trying to manage the pain. And I totally lost track of time. Dinner was hours late. Everyone was hungry. I ran out of snacks for ahead of time. And even though logically I knew it wasn't my fault, emotionally back then, I felt devastated. I really did. I mean, I was in my 20s then. Now, I must admit, I'd laugh it up, chalk it up, and you know what? We'd find something to eat. But back then, it was a big deal for me. I was really trying hard because I had my husband's family over and my family was over. And again, I was trying to take over this new tradition and I'm like, I can't even cook a turkey. And I hear stories like this every day from women that I work with. Amy used to dread the season. She told me that she could not handle seeing people full of joy when she felt so numb and exhausted inside. But today, she actually looks forward to the holidays and she's one of those early decorators. It's like November 1st, she's ready to go. And Sue, for years, she couldn't cook. No energy, no desire, and the smell, oh, she couldn't handle the smells in the house. But last year, she cooked a full turkey dinner for 15 and felt proud of herself for the first time in a long time. Now, Brenda, she used to skip her church's biggest December celebration year after year because of the noise, the chaos, and it was just too much for her to handle. But now she's actually helping to organize it. And Jennifer, she told me she used to cry in the bathroom most nights during December. But last year, she said she was smiling through the entire season and she felt it. She wasn't faking it, she felt it. Now, these women, while they're amazing women, they're not special unicorns. They're examples of what happens when you address the inflammation that's driving both the pain and the depression. Now, before I go any further, I do want to pause for a little seriousness and say something really important. If you are dealing with severe depression or thoughts of harming yourself, please reach out for help immediately. You can call or text 988, the Suicide and Crisis Hotline. You deserve support, and this is not something that you have to shoulder alone. And if you're listening to this thinking, this is kind of exactly what I'm feeling, then I want to give you a place to start, a real grounding place, because you deserve it. There is a reason that you are feeling the way you are feeling, and a pill is not going to fix that long term. A pill is not going to solve the underlying reason why you're feeling that way. So if you want a solid place to start, then schedule a migraine breakthrough assessment with me. Now, this call, it is not about signing up for anything. It is about assessing what actually is going on inside your inflammation network and understanding what your next best step needs to be, whether that's with me or with somebody else or on your own. If this season feels heavy, if the depression is sticking around, if the migraines are stealing too many moments, then this conversation will help you get clarity. And since it's the holidays and I genuinely love giving gifts, if we talk and it turns out working together is the right next best step for you, I have a holiday gift for you. You'll have access to support immediately if you need it, but you don't have to officially begin your program until January 1st. So support now, no pressure, no rush, just exactly what most women need during the holiday. And whether we ever work together or not, I want you to remember this. Depression tied to migraines is not a personal failing. It is not who you are. And it's absolutely something that can get better when you address the real root cause. You totally deserve to feel grounded again. You deserve joy, not just for the day, but consistently. And you deserve a life that feels like your own. There is a path back to that, and you don't have to take that path alone.